What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms, and today we have the new update. It's actually here. We're going to talk about that a little bit before we jump into our normal campaign, or hard campaign, I guess. We want to finish out Chapter 5 here, get that done so we get the new and sweeter quick star up for our heroes, plus some nice, delicious loot. Then after that, we might jump in and dip our toes in the Immortal Codex, because it is open now, and we haven't really done it yet. So see if we can get any kind of traction going there. Not sure how it's going to go. It's been a long time since I've done like the quests leading up to the boss. And, you know, we're not super duper upgraded yet, so But before we get into that stuff, let's look at the new update. So I guess we'll start over here from the right, kind of work our way left. The mine, this is the new, I guess, passive income kind of thing. As you can see, it doesn't give you a ton of loot. We're about 3.5 hours into it gathering stuff out of the 7, and it's a little over 5,000 each, so probably around 10,000 each resource by the time it actually finishes. You can claim it, obviously, in betwixt, like so, and it'll start over and just keep going forever. But I know it doesn't sound like a lot of loot, but it is free loot. It's loot you don't have to do anything for. You just log in and collect it every single day. But once you start leveling it up, and since, like I said, it's brand new, like nobody's got a really high level mine yet, because you can't like diamond your way to the max or anything. But like once you get like to these last couple levels here, it kind of gets interesting. So being able to like just passively farm diamonds sounds like a pretty nice deal to me. I'm sure it's not going to be a bunch of diamonds, but it will probably be like, it'll be some diamonds, better than 0 diamonds. But the main things I'm interested in here are these diamonds. Being able to farm stamina, just kind of passively, also nice, and auto fight chances. Auto fight chances can be really annoying to run out of, because then like you just kind of, either you're stuck doing single auto fights over and over again, which is incredibly boring, or you just don't farm at all and you get no loot. So those will be nice to be able to farm kind of on your own. The Mithril, I'm not too crazy stoked about. Like, it's not a bad thing to get extras, and same thing with the insignias. Like, once you unlock Extreme 2, the insignias for your heroes are far less like of a crucial thing to farm, but at the same time it is nice to have those just kind of passively showing up in your inventory. It's just less stamina you have to burn down the road to upgrade heroes, and that's just going to be a win. Just going to save you stamina in the long run, and that's nice. Another thing I kind of like here is the arena permits. I do have 30 saved up already, but this will help you complete things like the Duel of Champions when it comes around. There's a lot of decent loot that comes out of that. This will help you get there. But also if you want to do like, I don't do my arena attacks every day, as you can tell. I let them kind of build up so I can do the Duel of Champions much easier. But you can complete that event without like any outside help. It's not too bad. But this lets you, like, if you want to do your arena fights every day, gives you a chance to get things like summoning crystals and diamonds, because those are random rewards when you win an arena fight, so sometimes you can grab those out, and that's kind of nice. So we'll see how often these things drop once we get these higher level mines going, but for right now, I'm pretty happy with it. It's just free loot I don't have to do anything for, and it will add up in the long run. Go ahead and start moving to the leftage over here. We don't have the increased like shop on this account, because we haven't beat stage 18 in all the gear raids. My main does. In my main, all this gear is red, and this last slot here rolls between some decent loot pretty often, so I've snagged out some nice things already. I would say it's definitely an improvement to the shop, but we don't really have the access to that right now on this one, so it's not too big of a deal. The cooking pot. So this kind of ties into the harbor we'll get to in a second, because it's on the very far left. The cooking pot has some decent stuff in it. I would say it's not like a crazy game changer or anything. But again, it's something you can easily get for free every day and then use however you want. So my main thing here, I would say stamina is nice. It's not too expensive. A couple of runs, you can buy this every day if you want to. Auto fights, again, you know my stance on auto fights. More, always better. I like to have those. I don't think the XP is really all that worth it. Just simply because you can farm an XP raid with this stamina, and if you have like an XP boost on, this will actually, in that 60 stamina, will get you more than 30,000 hero XP. But again, if you just want to grab some quick XP out, not worry about having an XP bonus going on, that's nice. It'd be nice if the XP boost also applied to that. That'd be kind of cool. Being able to buy another XP boost every week, that's also, I guess not even weekly, this is just as many times as you want to. Having those available whenever you want to pick up an XP boost, pretty sweet. Same thing for the gold boost. Just being able to just snag one out whenever the mood strikes you to farm those is definitely a good feeling. This right here is definitely interesting. I'm not sure how rare these rare drops from the harbor are, but they do have a chance to drop you some pretty sweet stuff. So again, for loot that you have to do pretty much nothing to get, this is, I would say, just pretty much all around a win. It's not like crazy OP, gonna blow out your XP rate, never have to do it again kind of stuff, but it's good. I'm definitely happy with it. Then we've got the trade offers. Now, I don't know how great these get over time, but essentially this is just gonna ask you for resources you get from the harbor, and it's gonna exchange them for some loot over here. Obviously, when you start out, the loot's not super great, but it's also not terrible, and it gives me kind of an idea, I'm guessing, of what the quests are going to end up being or how the rare quests are going to look. So right now, all these are common quests. They're gray, but as you upgrade your trading hall, the rarity for these increases, but also the amount you can do every week increases. So the commons obviously are going to be the worst. Then you got your uncommons, your rares, your purples, and I think once you get to level 5, you unlock the chance to even get legendary trade orders. I'm not sure what these will require, of course, because no one's really there yet. But then you also end up at the max level. You have an increased chance to get purples and legendary quests, and you get 8 every single week, and that's pretty nice. But just based off what we see here right now, with this quest right here, I can assume mythic extracts are going to eventually be something you can get, maybe even more than one at a time. I don't know. Obviously, getting energy for free out of these, pretty much for free, definitely nice as well. Some gold, some stamina, hero XPs, but also the skill crystal here. So this is the lowest tier quest you can get, just a common quest, and there's a blue skill crystal here. So this makes me believe you can probably get purple skill crystals and maybe even legendary skill crystals from the higher tier loot. And that's actually a very valuable resource. Those are very difficult to come by. My main also had a summoning crystal pop up in this little reward area here, and that was also a common quest. So I don't know if the higher the rarity of the quest, if that will be more summoning crystals at a time, if it'll be higher rarity summoning crystals like ancients or legendaries, not sure yet, but definitely excited to see how that plays out, because I like just, pretty much free loot, and this is quite a bit of free loot all at once, which I'm okay with. That brings us over to the harbor. So harbor's pretty much just like a fetch quest. You send dudes away, they come back with stuff. You only get a couple a day when you start out, so obviously building up this resource stockpile is going to take some time. I think you only start out with this first area, you run it once, and then you unlock the second area, then you run it and you're good. Technically, if I would have been doing it smart, because every time you upgrade your harbor, it seems like it refreshes your sailing tickets. So you could do the first one and then do the first one again, and then upgrade and then do 2 of these and then probably upgrade again. And that would be like, I guess, the way to maximize your sailing tickets or your navigation permits. I didn't do that. You can only get 3 of these though at max, so it's not something you can do a bunch. At max level, it's only going to be, I believe, still 3 no matter what. But your cargo multiplier goes up, so you get more than what is like listed. I guess it actually changes it for you. It starts out at 20. I'm guessing at max it's going to be 30 of each resource that comes back. The sailing time goes down to 100 minutes, which is, hour 40. Still a pretty long time to run, but you only have to do 3 a day, so it's not that big a deal. Once we get these maxed out and everyone can kind of see how steady the farming is for them, I would say you're still going to build up quite the stockpile of these relatively quickly, and should be able to at least somewhat target farm some of these quests. It will be annoying though if like the legendary quests require like rare materials, and the rare materials are really, really, really rare. We'll see just how often we get those little rare deals, because it could be it could be bad. We'll see. Right now we don't really know. So far I'm thinking pretty good. I'm not upset with anything here. Just free loot for me. With all that out of the way, we're going to jump in, tackle the campaign, and then scooch our way over to the Immortal Codex and try to make some progress there. There's quite a bit of loot built up here. Let's go ahead and jump into these. We should be grossly overpowered for this. We are grossly overpowered for this. Feels good. I like that. Shouldn't struggle much here today. But the Immortal Codex may very well be a different story. We're going to see how that goes. So this got the poison thingy in the middle. That's kind of an annoyance. How do I want to deal with this? Do I just want to... pop one of my fighters on each side and let them kind of smoke through these dudes, because I feel like they're gonna. Actually, I probably should just put them way up here. Not sure why I'm setting them back here, like I'm afraid they're gonna like sneak past me or something. Don't think that's gonna be the case, although perhaps I was incorrect to assume such things. Not we took like a lot of damage or anything right there. I guess we'll just pop him here. I doubt Deimos is gonna need too much help. I can throw people on these tiles to help him. I will probably, yeah, poison people coming up top. Ooh, poison people, you don't reach that. You don't reach that. So if poison bros come in down here, and they do, that could be an annoyance. We might just pop you here to snipe those guys out a little bit early, because even though these guys aren't like super like dangerous on their own right now, the poison damage can be, because it does tick for a percentage of your health. I do have 2 healers though, so I'm not like crazy worried about dying. I can probably stack up all these middle things as well and still be okay. They are trying to kind of flood me up top. I'd hate to have somebody just sneak on by. That would hurt my feelings a little bit. I could put you here. That sounds kind of like a waste. So I could put you here, and then I could just put a little healer like so. And then you should be fine. Just a little extra added security. Make sure nobody just whoops right by everybody. He should snipe those dudes out pretty well. So I'm gonna slurp on some coffee here while these guys get smoked on. Going well. Last couple enemies coming out here now. Pretty easy mission, not too bad. Kind of the nice thing about slow rolling the campaign, where I'm not just blitzing through it all as fast as I possibly can, does let me kind of over level my dude, so I kind of can coast through the campaign and it's not crazy hard. Because we will reach a point where the campaign gets insanely hard, but luckily it is not right now. We'll take those diamonds, move on, start smoking the next stage real quick. We only have 4 of these to do today, so it's not nearly going to be as long as normal. 1 stage shorter, I guess. Lots of poison nodes here, but we do have lots of healers, so I'm not too worried about it. They don't do like, I mean, they do poison you, but they don't do like a crazy amount of damage when they pop or anything. Let's take a look, see, how do we want to run this? Do we just want to, I mean, this seems like it just kind of makes sense. I think poison bugs come out of here, which that'll be kind of annoying to deal with, but it won't be bad. He's already took some damage. And I guess we can do like this. And I can just throw my healers around and they'll be okay. The poison bugs, I think, explode, so they'll probably hit whoever's on this tile if I put somebody on that tile. I'm just going to go ahead and pop him, like, right there. Heal everybody up. I don't think they're going to swarm me faster than I can take them down, but I'm not going to, like, play too risky biscuits with it. We'll throw some damage out here just to make sure. I'll probably end up throwing Maul, maybe on this tile, maybe over here and just throw another healer behind him. I don't really know. Oh crap, I always forget this thing's down here. Well, scrotes, we'll be fine. Well, yeah, there you go. That's trying to sneak it in the back door. Not today, nerd. Not today. So how do we want to do this? We just gonna have to eat some poison damage on this side. I mean, technically, no. We can definitely outrange this, and Olag is not gonna die. Might just do it that way, because he should be safe back there. But, yeah, I always forget they sneak this one down here, and then, boop, there it is. That just, that makes you a sad boy when that happens. We'll throw him here, get this kind of going. Lots of bugs coming in. They might actually start walking past. Just kidding, they explode when they touch you, I think, so they will not be walking past. Do we... I mean, that kind of works. It kind of covers everybody that needs to be healed. Should be good. We only got, what, a few enemies left? Not too many. Most of them are going to be bugs that kind of just explode immediately, so that's not really a problem. And there we go. That poison damage can definitely get you, though, especially when they stack all those bugs at once. I'm not sure how much their poison stacks. It doesn't feel like it's nearly aggressive as, like, the Guild Boss 2. When he starts stacking poisons on you, it's a bad time. Your HP just starts zipping away. So they don't seem as bad, but it could also be the fact that we are like 300,000 power above where we're supposed to be. So that may have something to do with it. I'm not sure. Let's knock this one out. Do they have a sneaky little portal on the backside again over here? I gotta double check and make sure they don't, because that would really stink. No, they just got some weird little spot back there. Can you put like a... Why would you ever put someone there? I mean, I'm all for options. Oh, we have a crystal to defend over on this side. Interesting. I could just like instantly murk these guys out, but I'm afraid they're gonna send like a bug down this like immediately or something. So of course we're gonna do a smart thing and ignore common sense and just do this. And then when the bug comes in, I'm just gonna be furious at myself and probably cry a little bit. Man, he's taking a little bit of tick damage already. Need to get me a healer out, but at the same time, I don't want to overdo my healings and then have someone sneak past me. So, I'm guessing we can do like this. Get Maul up top here. He'll help out this way. If someone does try to sneak through, he can also help defend there. We can also throw Olag, like, in a here area. And that might not be a terrible idea. Then we'll get... Not a terrible idea indeed. So he's taking some poison damage. We're going to get a healer out rather soon. Probably pop you right here to heal everyone who's been damaged. We can reach Wrath, I believe, from this tile with another healer, so we should be fine. A little worried if he gets swarmed, they might actually walk past him, but for right now, it's looking okay. They're not sending too many out at a time. I think we're okay. Those guys... What hit? Oh, I guess his splash damage hit him. I was like, how did he just, like, explode way over there? Look at all those friggin' bugs! That is a lot of bugs. So I guess it doesn't really stack. It doesn't seem like it. They took a couple ticks of damage, but it seemed to be based off their max health. And I don't think it was stacking up and doing bunches of ticks. So maybe their poison doesn't stack, which is kind of nice. Because, I mean, that could get really, really annoying. Yeah, I mean, they're exploding all... Oh, crap. Wrath is going to absolutely decease and no longer exist if I don't start healing him. Probably should do that. Seems like a good idea. Poor Wrath. We only got, what, like 10 enemies left. He's just going to smoke these dudes out. It's mostly bugs. The bugs are nice. They're really weak. And as you can see, it's not hard to out-heal their damage right now. And it definitely does not stack. So that's good. If it did, we would be in trouble. Those aren't too bad. Boop. No hero killed, even though Wrath totally almost bit the dust. Boy, that'd have been a sad day. Just zone out a little bit, Wrath dies, and I have to do that whole quest again. Unlocked expert difficulty. Well, I don't want to do it yet, but expert difficulty is also nice. What's the power on this? 6 heroes, 147,000. We could probably do it already. Diamonds for your rewards, I think, goes up. It's 25 per. Maybe it's 25 per in the other one as well right now. But 5 summon crystals per go. Plus, looks like we get another one at E19. So 6 summon crystals per chapter cleared. Not bad. Some more purple psychic powers. Happy with it. But we haven't finished our hard mode yet. That was actually unlocked early at 5:13 for some reason and not 5:14. But I believe this is the big healer chick. I'm like 98% sure on that. So we'll take this one down. Shouldn't be bad. There are a couple heroes in the game that do have anti-healing that you could probably put on her and make this stage a whole lot easier. I don't know that I have any. I'm not sure if I do or not. But, yeah, I think it's her. I'm like 18% sure it's the healer chick, but I could be totally wrong on that. We'll get a couple of people just to kind of tank up things, and then we'll throw a healer back here to make sure they don't die. And that should be all we need. Then we'll get some damage on these other pedestals and should be good to go. So we could set these guys all the way back, and I think that's exactly how we're going to do it. That is healer chick. Okay, I was right. The Jungle Master. Healer lady. I don't really think I need 2 healers out right yet. I do like this. Although I'm like 98.6% sure, yeah, poison people come up top just to cause you a bad time. So I gotta have a healer up here on Maul, but he does AoE damage, and I believe she tries to kind of swarm you a little bit here. It won't be too bad, probably. I don't know. Lots of dudes coming out relatively fast. We're gonna get some AoE damage back here behind our fighters. But there's that heal. Pretty good heal. If you can't one-shot, that does tick them back to full health very quickly. We'll get both of our AoE damage units kind of back here behind. If someone does manage to kind of slip through, I'm going to leave this how it is. I'm not going to put Idril down. I will wait and just pop an Olag if I have to, if someone's like making threats to sneak on through. probably won't be an issue yet. I think she actually drops a heal like right here in front. Yeah, she does. But we did kind of smoke him out a little bit early. But yeah, you see she's healing for 160,000 per go. But yeah, since we're not one-shotting this big bro right here, he's healing back almost instantly. The downside to this is if she keeps summoning enemies behind her, you'll get over-tanked and they'll start walking through. But the healing effect is worn off. Boss is going to go down, not going to be an issue. But that can be very, very annoying to deal with. And that's where someone that has anti-healing might be a good choice. Just so you can kind of stop that effect from taking place. These guys are going to sit over here and just kind of chill for a while. But I guess if you're closer to the power level required, like that's recommended for these stages, you're probably not going to nuke the boss down that fast, and there's a good chance that she's still alive for this. We'll go ahead and pop Fish Boy, although almost completely unnecessary. Those guys got freaking destroyed. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty easy boss fight, but like I said, we are very, very, very much overpowered for it. Done. Done with... Oh, we got a legendary extract for that, I guess. I mean, we've got quite a bit already stashed up, where I guess we're kind of getting to the point where legendary extracts aren't that big of a deal. And being that this is all Epic account, we may never really run into too much of an issue with that. That's kind of the nice thing about using Epic Heroes. They do take less resources to upgrade. Let's go ahead and snag out all this stuff. Ah, look at all that. Friggin' sweet. But yeah, they are a little bit cheaper to upgrade. If you look at, like, we got some legendary heroes down here. Did snag her out of shards. Obviously won't be using her, but we did snag one. Their costs are quite a bit higher. They take 4 instead of 2 extracts here, and then 4 instead of 2 extracts here. So when you upgrade legendary heroes, it will absolutely decimate your stockpile of your mythic extracts very quickly. Legendary extracts still aren't that big of a deal later in the game. You get tons of them. My main has like 100 and something, just kind of chilling. But yeah, doing the epics makes it a lot easier because you don't have to worry about burning through them nearly as quickly. So I can upgrade essentially twice as many units as I normally would be able to, which is kind of nice. That said, we're going to go dip our toes over here in the old Immortal Codex. Maybe knock out the stages here and get to the boss. Clicked on it. I definitely did. Immortal Codex, it's kind of like a, I guess, a themed challenge. So you have like themes for like, I think Hellfire's all about your tanks. I want to say the Arbiter of Frost is all about like damage over time. I can't remember. One of these dudes is like a damage over time shield. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pretend like I do. This guy is mostly about fighters and killing waves of enemies off very quickly. This guy's all about having a bunch of healers. So when you like run these fights, you bring in like 6 healers. It's kind of nuts. And this is all about marksmen. I can't remember these two. They always confuse me because they look nothing at all alike, but in my brain they do. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this one. It should be mostly about fighters. It's kind of like the event we just went through with Kagiri. Waves of dudes, you take them out. Only 126,000 power is recommended here, but you only get to carry in 6 heroes. So that's gonna make things a little bit more difficult. I do believe in the stages leading up to the boss, they let you use a platform tile. I don't know if your heroes are gonna heal passively in this one. I can't remember, but obviously we don't need a bunch of platform units. We're going to bring Wrath in as our main bro. Deimos obviously going to come in as well. Estrid, Olag for a little bit of tankage. I might throw Livian in just because. And for our platform tile, I'm gonna risk the biscuit and assume we don't need a healer, and I'm gonna bring some AoE magic damage just to maybe nuke things down a little bit quicker. I could regret that decision very quickly. We'll see. But yeah, like one platform tile, a little barricade, kind of like in Gear Raid 1, and enemies kind of flood that. You can put things in front, and I might just try it that way to start with, just to see like what kind of damage are we dealing with here. Are these guys going to be like a problem or not really a problem? So far, looking like not really a problem, but that could change. We'll throw Greed out here. I guess I can aim him. I'll aim. I mean, how do we want to be smart about it? Let's not be smart. Let's attack them early and attack them fast. But these guys aren't really, I don't know if they've gotten to hit me yet, so maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, they hit not too hard. 500 damage, that's very dealable withable. We should be alright, but I don't see them passively healing, so yeah, a healer might make this a little easier, but also that's kind of what your barricade's for, because you can stack heroes behind this barricade, and they will attack over it. So that's something to keep in mind. I probably should pop an ult here eventually, that would be smart. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. That actually went really easy. Being that we haven't done the Immortal Codex yet, I did expect it to be a little bit harder, but I guess, I don't know, I guess we've done quite a bit of upgrading since it first rolled around on the account. 30 diamonds for the first time completion. I'll take that. I forget how many diamonds you get out of doing all these things for the first time. It definitely adds up. 135,000 power, so not a huge jump at all. It was at 120 something. I don't know. It wasn't a lot. I'm feeling much more confident in my ability to take care of this, and I'm curious. Nah, we'll just leave greed on there. Having magic damage can be kind of nice, because some of these units are very resistant to physical damage. Not that it should be an issue for us right yet. And we can do it this way, just to kind of showcase the attacking over the barricade. Donk. Just like that. So that'll be nice. Also maximize Greed's effectiveness here. Guess we can throw Estrid in. She does AoE damage. Not nearly as much damage as Deimos does. Good lord. Just smoked the whole group of them. Not bad, bro. But you can only place a few heroes down. I think once you get to the boss wave, well, you can only always place 6 units down, but you lose your platform tile. So, not sure how well we're going to do there. Could get pretty tough, especially since we don't have, like, ranged units for fighters. Like, that's one nice thing about legendary fighters, is a very, very large chunk of them have an enhanced attack range, so they can attack more than one tile. Some attack 3 tiles long, which is really, really nice. We don't have access to that. Where's my mouse? Horrible timing. Absolutely atrociously bad timing on that. But whatever. It's all good. But yeah, we don't have a ton of enhanced attack ranges. There are a few heroes that do have it. Estrid is one of them. When you awaken her once, she can attack for 2 tiles. Aim can attack for 2 tiles, and we do have him. But there's not a lot of, like, ranged magic damage on your fighters. There are quite a few magic damage dealers in the legendary fighter camp. So, I don't know. We'll see just how difficult it is. I'm assuming the boss is going to give us a very a very warm welcome, I guess is how we'll put it. But I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. These are, I don't know, much easier than I thought they would be, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh, we lost our platform tile this time. That's nice. We can set our fighters off to the side like this as well to attack people without actually getting directly attacked. That's another nice deal, I guess, there. Probably shouldn't have brought Greed in here. Not really going to make a lot of sense to have him. We can also put, like, Livian. I'm pretty sure she will still stun people from behind the wall. Pretty nice. I do like Livian. Very nice tank. Very, I guess you'd say, a very comfy tank. She can stop people, so even if she has, like, more than 3 people coming at her, she can stun more than 3 people at a time, so she can kind of hold off more people than her block actually would let her normally. So definitely a good hero. Like using her. I doubt we're going to lose our barricade. It's looking like it's pretty friggin' healthy. So we're going to let these guys kind of come at me, sip a little bit more coffee. Look at all those Inumize. It's a lot. AoE damage would be really nice here, and that's the downside. We have one fighter with AoE damage. Everyone else is single target, so that's going to make this boss fight much, much more enjoyable. Delicious. So bring in the big boys now. They got hands coming out of their stomachs? I didn't know that. That's disgusting. Ew. Go ahead and pop your ult and take that down. These guys will come in. I think they're the last 10 people, so we can probably just go ahead and pop her ult now. And she should be swinging away at them. She's doing pretty good damage. Like, her swings hit pretty freaking hard. Need to 6-star her. I mean, having her at 6-star for the Immortal Codex probably wouldn't be a bad idea anyways. But she's good in a lot of areas, so she might be our next 6-star. I don't know. Part of me wants to take a tank or a healer to 6 just to have one up there, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not quite there yet. One more state. Are these all the same battle power? It looks like the 135,000, looking like it is. Maybe they just add like new units in. I guess they did take away your platform tile last time, so we can just probably ditch Greed here. Not gonna need him. Do I have any more ground units? I got Aim. Aim can poke over a wall. He'll be something. Don't really need you. We'll run it like this. 219,000 power without our Greed there. He does add quite a bit to the team. I think we're going to run this very similar to last time. Keep these guys from getting targeted. Pop her down back here. And I guess, well, I guess we could actually even put Aim down behind her, and he will poke over her and still poke this. So that's the thing. We don't really need the stun. I'm gonna pop A. I mean, I could pop A in here as well. Let's just do it that way. Cover a little bit more ground, even though he doesn't really hit super hard right now. What's your damage looking like? I can't tell who's about 10k on a crit. I mean, that's... I don't want to say that's like total poop. You really couldn't reach that, bro? He's just hanging out right there, and Deimos is like, eh, you do you. That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. So he's not hitting crazy hard. He definitely needs some upgrading. I'm not sure if I want to upgrade him, though. You know, like, he's a decent hero. He is a Lord hero, and that's nice. And that's one thing that kind of makes me not want to upgrade him too crazy, is even though he is a Lord hero, like, that means to awaken him, I'm probably going to have to use a lot of my soul stones for it. I'm really not sure he's who I want to put, like, soul stones into. A popper ult here is to go ahead and cleave out this line of people. He's hitting like 40k on that. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Can't wait to see her 6-star damage. It's got to be pretty good. Especially like AoE crowds like this. Like, her single target damage we already know isn't that great, but, like, I don't know. I was looking at it, like, look very purple. Yeah, her boss damage isn't great, but she does do defense reduction, so she kind of boosts your team's damage that way anyway. But her ult is just absolutely nasty. And you can see she gets on, like, little rolls right there where she'll proc that extra attack, and she'll, like, keep proccing it, and she'll just, like, chop, 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 which is pretty cool. So high attack speed might be really nice on her. We'll see. 30 more diamonds, and now we get to face the boss. I'm assuming we won't do too well, but it's definitely worth trying these anyways. Okay, it's going to talk to you about it anyway. 13 tiers, including S, A, B, and C. Yeah, well, we're expecting probably an F tier, so let's not get too carried away. But before we jump in and do this, the Immortal Codex is nice because even if you do badly, which we are going to do, you do get points. And those points can be used to redeem some nice things. 5-star psychic powers when it rolls around is nice. 500 diamonds. I mean, hey, that's not bad. You can get up to 10 ancient summoning crystals, gear recasting hammers, which I definitely need to start using more on my main. Because I have like some well-rolled gear that is rolled bad, if you know what I mean. Like the secondary attributes rolled like poop, but they were really good rolls for the secondary attributes. So probably need to buy some of those out there nice, but you can always snag out like an XP buff, a gold buff. Now that we have the cooking pot, these seem far less attractive. You can get some gold out as well if you're really hard up for the old Doloreses. But for now, we're running to this, give this a shot, and probably get absolutely decimated. And that's what we're going for. Decimation. Decimation Nation. Here comes the boss, bro. He's gonna stand back here. You don't actually fight this guy as far as I remember. He just keeps summoning enemies. What we're gonna do here, how do we wanna do this? We wanna put tanks in front, or we just wanna let these guys hit our barricade? That's my thought process. I'm gonna try it like this and just run raw damage up front. Kinda like so. Then in the middle back here, I'm gonna run, we could put tanks up front, but we have no healers. Having no healers, to me, means they're gonna die. So we're gonna put these guys back here instead. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'll put you right here to do some pokey over the top. So we'll see. These guys don't seem to have a lot of health. They're not really, I mean, they are damaging the barricade a little bit. I can see its health kind of chipping away a little bit. And this is why AoE damage is so nice here. Like, we could stack like our tanks up in front and it'd probably be okay. And if we do like really, really, really bad, we might try that. But yeah, she's not hitting very hard at all on her single target attacks, but her ult is nice. I don't know if I'm gonna pop her ult early, I guess, and then try to get it back again for when the boss gets hurt. So every time you kill these guys, it does hurt the boss. Once he gets to 0 health, he's going to start summoning hordes and hordes of dudes. I guess aim's also kind of nice because when you pop his ult, it does give a damage buff to the unit in front of him. So that could be something. Look at those guys. There's very weird walking animations going on right there. Is it 1% per thing you kill, I guess? You got to kill 100 enemies. You get like a certain amount of time to do it. So obviously with good AoE damage, you're going to take him down much faster and get more time to fight the actual boss. Ooh, they got some of these guys coming in. Those are annoying. I'm not trying to say I was going to save Estrid's ult. I lied. I'm going to use it right now. Oh, he's down. And now he's coming back up. And now he's going to summon people like crazy. So we'll see how well this goes. These guys starting out aren't too bad. We're just gonna start popping some ults here. Once the barricade goes down, they will like swarm past you relatively fast. Definitely am regretting very hardcore the dropping of Estrid's ult right before the boss. We are at a big fat F tier, and it looks they're gonna walk right on through us. So I'm not sure how I want to do that. I might try putting people up front just to hold some people off the walls, but no, because if you hold them off the walls, you don't kill them very fast. I want to run that one more time. Got 1,000 of the immortal dollars, immortal sovereigns. I mean, worst case scenario, we do worse, right? If I would have saved my ult, though, I probably would have gotten a little bit further into that one because we would have wiped out a little bit more people. So our tanks are largely useless here. Just ain't that good. And that's why it's supposed to be mostly fighters. And having ranged fighters, very nice, because they can poke over the back of the other fighters. Now we could put, I could try being like an absolute doofus and just running like fighters in front. That's probably a horrendously bad idea. We can still run like some dudes back here as well. The tank behind that line. But yeah, see how much damage we're already taking? This is not gonna be a good idea. Yeah, she's gonna die way too fast. And it's just gonna be a problem for me. I don't know why, I might as well just restart this one. They're doing okay, but she is getting absolutely just rinsed. Yeah, so she's already gone down, and that means we're gonna lose way too much damage, so probably don't put them in front of the line. It was an idea, I was thinking about it. I thought about it, and it was a bad idea. So we're gonna do the same thing again that we did last time, but this time we're gonna save that ult until the boss goes into boss rush mode. Honestly, putting people behind anyone makes no sense. Like, these tanks literally don't matter. Once they break through this barricade, they are going to swarm past you, and they are going to get into your crystal. It's pretty much just game over at that point. I don't care how great your tanks are and how much block they have. When there's 20 enemies walking through you, having 5 block doesn't really matter. I guess we'll pop her ult early, make sure we have it back at the end. Go ahead and kind of get these waves coming a little bit faster. I do want Ain behind her this time. I feel like that makes a little more sense. Being able to pop his ult when she pops her ult means she'll have a 30% damage buff on top of her already pretty crazy big damage buff. So hopefully we'll make it into like the next tier. We won't be F tier. I'd like to be at least D tier. You know, no one wants to be F tier. That just hurts your pride a little bit. You know? I need to get some more crit on this guy. We do have a good gear set also we can snag out from the storyline quests. I kind of forgot about it because it's not like a main reward. It's like a reward that's hidden in like the nodes as you kind of go. But there is a mythic set of Deadly Aim, which is kind of weird because you can't actually farm mythic, Deadly Aim. It's like it stops being a set you can even get and after like legendary. But it is a pretty solid set. It rolls pretty well, so we might end up using that. Go ahead and get this last guy down, and now boss is going to start going crazy, and we're going to try to go crazy back. So we're going to wait on our ult probably for as long as I feel like our barricade will allow us to, which won't be too long. We're going to go ahead and pop these. And she should, with Ain's attack boost as well, be able to clear out quite a few of these dudes. Maybe. I mean, we didn't even get 70 people down. We got to E! What was I thinking, D? I forgot E was even a thing. But we improved. We made it to E rank, so I feel much, much better at myself. 20,000 more score. Timing of the ults, peeps. Timing of the ults. 200 more immortal dollars. That's great. So it's not quite enough to buy any. Well, I mean, I guess we could buy diamonds, which is, you know, always nice. But we made it to the boss. We also got scored on the boss above tier F, mind you. We are in the top 94% of players. So, I mean, pretty impressive if you don't think about it at all. I can't remember what this guy is, but we'll try him when he comes out as well, and probably this one as well. Just make sure we get as many of these coins as we possibly can so we can buy out things that we want. Kind of surprised they still have, like, with the new cooking pot, I wonder if they don't, like, remove these and add, like, skill crystals or something, because that would be much more useful for most people. But there we go. Made it through the campaign. Talked about the update a little bit. Here's that gear set I'm talking about right here. This is Mythic deadly aim, which you normally cannot get. So we could easily get that right now. I'm going to wait on it just because there's not really an event to upgrade gear. So I'm going to wait until there is an event to upgrade gear. Pull that out, max enhance it, because it does eat like 1,000,000 gold each. And we are kind of poor. But then that'll be some good gear for one of our damage dealers. That said, made some progress today. Talked about the update a little bit, not too crazy. As we upgrade our mines and stuff, we'll know a little bit more about it. Knocking out Chapter 5 in the hard mode, though, that's nice. Because now when we go to quick star up, it just auto-selects all these dudes. We just click one button and bam, they all go up. You don't have to sit there and manually click on each stinking one. This is great. I feel good about it. So, there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.